In today's podcast, we're going to talk about trading with indicators and really talk about the question of, are all indicators lagging? And if so, is that necessarily a bad thing? By the way, if you're new to the podcast, my name is Akil Stokes. I am a former struggling trader turned consistently profitable trader. I'm also a trading coach over at tier1trading.com. If you haven't done so already, make sure you head over to the website, www.tier1trading.com. Check out all of the cool content we have over there. Now, speaking of cool content, something that I do each and every week, really each and every day, is I put out content on YouTube. I do a live stream every Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, showing you inside my live trading room where we dissect and walk through my top trading idea for the day. I also do a weekend video called The Trading Edge, where I share for you the top 3 trading ideas on my radar for the week ahead and try to give a powerful trading related message. And a theme that I've been doing on the Trading Edge video and even the Trading Coach podcast for a little bit now is talking about what it really takes to be a consistently profitable trader. And understand that when I'm talking about consistently profitable trader, I'm talking about long-term sustainable success, right? You guys may have heard the podcast where I asked the question, or really answered the question from a trader that said, hey, I turned $20 into, I think, 20K in a month. And I said, hey, I'm not calling this trader a liar. I'm not saying it's not doable, right? We've all had very hot streaks, right? I've had some very hot months in the market. I know a lot of traders that have had very hot weeks, but is it an expectation? Is it something that is sustainable? And the problem with many of these traders out there is maybe they actually do produce these returns that they're talking about. Maybe they do turn $20 into 20K or whatever it was, $200 into 20K. Maybe that's more like it. But it's done over a short period of time. And the majority of them know that it isn't a normal return, or rather the majority of them blow it the next month. But some of them know that it's not a normal return, but they just took advantage of those profits. So when it comes to long-term sustainable success, what I'm trying to do is we're talking about building you and helping you develop into a trader that can have a consistent return over time. So you're not hitting the lottery and hitting big one time, then going broke and really making no changes in your life, but you've been able to turn trading into something that can deliver a consistent income. Maybe it's a primary income, maybe it's supplemental income, maybe it's even an income or a skill that allows you to kind of leave your job and develop your own business, right? There's so many things you can do with the skill of trading, but it all starts with being consistently profitable, because at the end of the day, if you're not consistently profitable, none of that other stuff is going to take place. And one of the major skill sets that is needed to become a consistently profitable trader is having the skill of trading, right? It's the whole thing where it's like, hey, you give a person a fish, they can eat for a day. You teach someone to fish, they can eat for the rest of their lives. Because the honest truth is that market conditions change, right? What has worked in the past may not work the same in the future. What you're currently doing now may not work the same tomorrow. And the key to becoming a long-term, consistently profitable trader is having that ability to, well, let's put it this way. First of all, putting in the effort to track and review and analyze what you're doing. If you guys haven't seen it already, check out the Trader Coffee Break channel with me and Jason Greystone. We have a lesson over there called post-market analysis. That is key, because you are reviewing yourself, you are reviewing your system. And if you are a skilled trader, you know how to analyze what you're doing, how your strategy is performing, and make the proper adjustments to kind of keep it running on all cylinders. And normally when I'm talking about this stuff, I'm talking about price action, because I am a price action trader. I believe in that price is king, and my whole entire trading strategy is based around that. But I'd gotten a question about, hey, what if I'm an indicator trader? What do I do in that circumstance? And the answer is just the same. And we talked about indicators, the role they play. Believe it or not, I am not against indicators, right? I used to kind of, if you watch my videos from like 10 years ago, maybe you think I am, because I was a very stubborn trader and I thought it was a constant battle where you had to be an indicator trader or a price trader, right? You had to be a technical trader or a fundamental trader. I've grown over the years, and I've grown by having experience in this market for 15 years. I've grown by, having the luxury of talking to many of the top traders of my time or the time before me, right before me, and picking their minds and getting their experience and being open-minded and saying, hey, what I thought in the past maybe isn't as true. And that's helped me grow as a trader and in person. And indicators play a role. Now, for me, indicators are always going to be secondary, right? Price is first for me. Indicators are second. They help confirm. Do I have or have I worked on strategies that are indicator first? Yes. But at the end of the day, they're still based on price. So we talked about that, and I made the comment in the YouTube video that said, hey, even if you're going to be an indicator trader, it's important that you know price, because indicators are based in some form off of price action, and price action is nothing more than, the price chart, I should say, is the visual representation of all of the actions of all of the participants in the market, right? And I said that all indicators lag, and I got this comment. I got a few comments from this YouTuber called Mr. Dev. And he said false. I'll focus on this one because the other one was just ridiculous, not worth the time. But this one said false. Not all indicators lag. And I politely asked the question. I said, hey, I'm not an indicator expert, right? I don't know everything. I think I know a lot in the market. But again, I have a growth mindset. I'm trying to get out of the phase where it's I'm right, you're wrong, and just make an argument like that, to the phase where it's like, hey, inform me, educate me, right? Growth mindset. If there's something I don't know, or if there's something that maybe I thought I know that there's another answer to, let me know, and I'm willing to learn and adjust. So I said, hey, just curious, right? Because my impression is that all indicators lag, and I'll get into that in a little bit. But if you know some that don't lag, let me know. Change my opinion. I don't want to make an argument. I'd love to hear it. And I honestly didn't think I'd get a response, because most people on YouTube that type stuff like this don't respond. They type it, they don't listen to the video, they just kind of read the title and they get the response off, and it makes them feel good. They get all hot and bothered inside, and then they go away to the next YouTube video where they can fulfill that need of typing comments and yelling at people and stuff like that, right? But lo and behold, he did respond. And I don't know if it's because a few of the traders I work with, or a few of the traders that support me on YouTube responded as well. But he did give me a response. And I was excited. I saw it. I was ready to learn. And then I was really disappointed. It was a big letdown, right? I got to my phone it's like I've been married for a long time, so I don't deal with this obviously. But back like in the dating days where you give a girl your number, blah, 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 and you text her, and you're just waiting for her to text back, and you get that ding, ding, ding. You're like, oh, here it goes. What's up? And then it's like, it's just mom asking how you are. Mom, good. Stop bothering me. I'm waiting for an important text. No, not that you're not important, Mom. But anyway, so I get this message, and it says, many people ask straight up, but only those who follow me receive my full attention, as this is something very few know about or are willing to share on the other side. Few believe until they see with their own eyes. So I ask you that, right? I'm a person, and I don't know if it's a good or a bad thing, but my personality is very direct. I'm not good with clues. Aside from analyzing the market, I'm not good with clues. So I tell my wife this the whole time, just tell me what to do. Don't give me hints, tell me what to do. So I asked a straight up question, right? What indicators don't lag? And you give me many people ask, but few receive. And it's like, what? That doesn't mean anything, right? So I'm going to call BS. My BS meter is just you got no answer, so you came up with this BS. So whatever. Thank you for responding. I appreciate your comment, right? That's what you get. But in my opinion, since my mind hasn't been able to change, and if you guys know otherwise, let me know. Leave it in the comment section, or DM me on social media at Akil Stokes RTM. By the way, haven't seen a lot of scammers out there, but they always are. So be careful if anyone reaches out to you trying to sell you stuff. It's not me. Send me a screenshot of them, and I'll report them, and hopefully we can get them off. But for me, all indicators lag. And why do all indicators lag? All indicators lag because they are based off price action. So an indicator or some form of price related. Well, let's say price action for now, and then I'll explain to you something else. But they're based off price action, right? And an indicator doesn't move until price action moves, right? We had a Q&A session this morning, and I had a trader that developed this personal spreadsheet for back testing where it was the spreadsheet was automated. So he's like, man, all you got to do is enter a 1 or a 0 here, and it fills out the rest. And we're using that as an example where it's like, this spreadsheet is automated. It tells you this, it tells you entries, stops, exit, all this information about the trade. But because it's a program, and this guy's a programmer, it doesn't work until you put in that 1 or that 0. You have to put in that first digit for it to react, right? And the same thing is with an indicator, right? If an indicator is based off volatility, if it's based off momentum, if it's based off average price, if it's based off strength, if it's based off volume, it's still based off of it. So X needs to do something before that indicator will show you something. And if we want to take it to a deeper level, right? Even price is lagging, right? If you look at the candlesticks in your price chart, which I think we can all agree is kind of the most foundational element of the price chart is a candlestick or a line or a dash, whatever type of price chart you have on there. It is the foundational element of your price chart, right? There's nothing really below it, the tick, right? Even the price chart, the candle, is lagging. Why? Because think about it like this. Imagine yourself watching a price chart and the candlestick is ticking up, ticking down. Or a little price marker on your right is ticking up or ticking down, right? What has to happen for that price marker to tick up or tick down? A transaction has to be made. So a transaction is made in the market, not a single one because there are millions at any given time, but a transaction is made in the market that either drives price up or price down. Once that transaction is made, then that is then represented on your price chart by price changing, price ticking up or ticking down, right? So even that is lagging. So the point is everything is lagging. And I think that many indicator traders, especially developers, because you get sensitive over stuff that you develop. I think the space has started looking at lagging in a negative way, where it's like lagging has a negative connotation. Like lagging means it's slow, and slow means it doesn't work. And I hope the example that I gave you shows that lagging isn't a negative thing. It's just the truth, right? It's just reacting. Even in my price action in trading, I say this, right? I want to be predictive in my analysis. I want to be reactive in my execution. So I want to predict this and predict that, but I want to wait till a specific candle closes or till price shows me a specific type of pattern at a specific location for me to react in the market and actually take my trade. Indicator is the same way. I look at indicators as being like confirmation indicators. Now they can be different things. They can be exit indicators, entry indicators, confirmation indicators, filters. That's a whole nother story for a whole nother time. You can check out the strategy development kind of series I have on my YouTube channel. But the point is, indicators confirm something. So whatever it is you are waiting for in the market, and whatever indicator you're using to wait for that thing, after price does blank, then you're waiting for a specific signal on your indicator. You're waiting for your indicator to give you confirmation that this is more likely to happen than not. And just because it's reacting off a price and just because it's lagging doesn't mean that it's a negative. So I think we need to, or maybe we don't need to do it. I don't really care. But if you are someone out there that is looking to use indicators or build an indicator-based strategy, maybe you're turned off by the fact that, man, I'm lagging, which means it's slow and means it's behind. One thing you can do is play around with the settings, right? You can change all the settings on your indicator so it lags slower and gives more confirmation, but more missed signals, meaning it takes more time to do whatever it is you want that indicator to do. You can change the settings so that it does it faster. You'll probably get more false signals, but it'll give you a quicker, quote unquote, confirmation based on what price does. The fact is your indicator is based off price. So your indicator is always going to lag, but price also lags in comparison to the transactions that are made that allow us to see what price actually does. So if you think about it, a lagging indicator isn't a bad thing. It's just the normal. Hope you guys enjoyed the episode. Again, I mentioned a series on strategy development. It's on my YouTube channel, youtube.com/Akil Stokes. Lots of other cool videos on there as well. Probably about 1,000. Sheesh, a lot. But enough content to kind of keep you busy for a very long time. So head over, youtube.com/Akil Stokes. Subscribe, hit that notification bell, and do me one big favor. If you watch a video, hit that like button. It is the best way to show me some love. And if you ever have any questions about anything, again, you can leave a comment under the YouTube video, or you can hit me up on social media at Akil Stokes RTM. Reach out. I don't bite, unless you're into that sort of thing.